When you cry for help and no one listens, you start to lose your hope. I began to lose faith in America. I felt my country was letting me down, and it was. This is not the America I was raised to be proud of. I was raised to believe that others' problems were my problems as well. But when I tell most people about HIV, in hopes that they will help and care, I see the look in their eyes. It's not my problem, they're thinking. Well, it's everyone's problem, and we need a leader who will tell us that. We need a visionary to guide us, to say it wasn't all right for Ryan White. To be banned from school because he had AIDS. To say it wasn't all right for a man or a woman to be denied a job because they're infected with this virus. We need a leader who is truly committed to educating us. I believe in America, but not with a leadership of selfishness and greed. Where the wealthy get health care and insurance and the poor don't. Do you know how much my AIDS care costs? Over 40. $000 a year. Someone without insurance can't afford this. Even the drugs that I hope will keep me alive are out of reach for others. Is their life any less valuable? Of course not. This is not the America I was raised. To be proud of where rich people get care and drugs that poor people can't. We need health care for all. We need a leader who will say this and do something about it. I believe in America, but not a leadership that talks about problems but is incapable of solving them. Two HIV Commission reports with recommendations about what to do to solve this crisis sitting on shelves. Gathering dust. We need a leader who will not only listen to these recommendations, but implement them. I believe in America, but not with a leadership that doesn't hold government accountable. I go to Washington to the National Institutes of Health and say, show me what you're doing on HIV. They hate it when I come because I try to tell them how to do it better. But that's why I love being a taxpayer, because it's my money and they must feel accountable. I believe in an America where our leaders talk straight. When anyone tells President Bush that the battle against AIDS is seriously underfunded, he juggles the numbers to mislead the public into thinking we're spending twice as much as we really are. While they play games with numbers, people are dying. I believe in America, but in America where there is a light in every home. A thousand points of light just wasn't enough. My house has been dark for too long. Once every generation, history brings us to an important crossroads. Sometimes in life there is that moment when it's possible to make a change for the better. This is one of those moments. For me, this is not politics. This is a crisis of caring. In this hall is the future women, men of all colors saying, "Take America back." We are just real people wanting a more hopeful life. But words and ideas are not enough. Good thoughts won't save my family. What's the point of caring if we don't do something about it? A president and a Congress that can work together so we can get out of this gridlock and move ahead. Because I don't win my war if the president cares and the Congress doesn't. Or if the Congress cares and the president doesn't support the ideas. The people in this hall this week, the Democratic Party. All of us can begin to deliver that partnership, and in November we can all bring it home. My daughter lived 7 years, and in her last year, when she couldn't walk or talk, her wisdom shone through. She taught me to love, when all I wanted to do was hate. She taught me to help others, when all I wanted to do was help myself. She taught me to be brave, when all I felt was fear. My daughter and I loved each other with simplicity. America, we can do the same. This was the country that offered hope. This was the place where dreams could come true. Not just economic dreams, but dreams of freedom, justice, and equality. We all need to hope that our dreams can come true. I challenge you to make it happen, because all our lives, not just mine, depend on it. Thank you. Elizabeth Gurley Flynn. Statement at the Smith Act trial. Delivered April 24, 1952, New York. Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Elizabeth Gurley Flynn. I am a defendant in this case, acting as my own attorney. and therefore have the opportunity to address you directly. It is unusual for a defendant to represent oneself, but my comrade, Mr. Petice and I have elected to do so. Neither of us is a lawyer. We will speak to you in the language of laymen and women, I should say. We are both communist leaders, proudly and avowedly. We are qualified to explain to you what the Communist Party of the USA really stands for. What it advocates, what its day-by-day activities are. And what are its ultimate aims. We will try to do so in simple, non-technical language. We will prove to you that we are not a criminal conspiracy but a 33-year-old working-class political party. Devoted to the immediate needs and aspirations of the American people. To the advancement of the workers, farmers, and the Negro people, to the preservation of the democracy and culture, and to the advocacy of socialism. Our ideas may be new and strange to you. Probably you have never seen or met a communist before. We don't ask you to agree with us but to listen with an open mind and not to accept as gospel truth the sensational tales of stool pigeons and planted agents who will be the government's chief, if not sole, witnesses. Centuries ago, Judas became the symbol of such infamy, a forerunner of those who join a group of sincere and honest people. Advocate its teachings, carry out its practices only to betray it. Asterisk. We will prove to you that we who stand ready to make extreme sacrifices for what we believe are giving you a true picture of the purposes of the Communist Party. It is customary for a client to be introduced to the jury by his or her attorney. I am my own attorney. I must therefore introduce myself. I am an American of Irish descent. My father, Thomas Flynn, was born in Maine. My mother, Anne Gurley, was born in Galway, Ireland. I was born in Concord, New Hampshire, 62 years ago. I married in 1908, separated from my husband shortly thereafter, and have always used my own name. My only son, Fred, died in 1940 at the age of 29 from a chest cancer. I reside with my sister, who is a retired school teacher. We have lived in New York City for the past 52 years. My mother was a skilled tailoress. My father a quarry worker who worked. His way through the engineering school at Dartmouth College in New Hampshire. My father, grandfather, and all my uncles were members of labor unions. Asterisk. To continue, ladies and gentlemen, one of the essential issues in this case is my individual intent. The intent with which I joined the Communist Party and have remained a member of it. And the intent with which I have tried to carry out its program. My intent has been shaped out of my earlier experiences and my reaction to the conditions of life. Especially the conditions of the worker. by showing you what my intent is and what in my life shaped the intent. I shall show you that never have I, and not now do I, intend to advocate the overthrow of government by force and violence. Nor do I intend to bring about such overthrow. I come from a family whose day-by-day diet included important social issues of the day. And from this I early learned to question things as they are and to seek improvements. Thus, my mother advocated women's suffrage, and my father and mother. Asterisk. And my father and mother discussed with their children the campaigns of Debs. The socialist candidate for president. My father read aloud to me and to my brother and sisters such books as the Communist Manifesto. And other writings of Marx and Engels, which the government will use as evidence in this trial. I was a serious child, due probably to these childish impressions which are background to my affiliation. In my extreme youth with the socialist movement and in my mature years with the Communist Party. Times were hard. We were poor. My first experience with discrimination was in Manchester, New Hampshire. When my father ran for city engineer about 1895. I heard it said he was defeated because he was Irish. He was very bitter on this subject and told us of signs on factories when he was a boy, "No Irish need apply." Our parents opposed all forms of national, religious or color discrimination. Which we will prove is identical with the position of the Communist Party. today and form the basis of the position I take today in the Communist Party.